Hey, welcome back to Corbellic Studios. I'm Corbellic. We're going to be doing a painting of a colorful cheetah cat right here. This is going to be a fun one right here because I know it's just going to be abstraction. I really don't know how I'm going to go about it, but I never know how I'm going to go about any of these paintings because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm leaving that up to you experts, all right? You experts know what you're doing. I only sold 17,000 original paintings on eBay. I don't know anything about all that artsy stuff. I just know about turning up, showing up, getting the action done, pumping the paintings out within 10 to 12, 15 minutes, and going on to the next one. Whatever's there is already there. The creator is already inside of us. We're already creators. The artwork is already there. You just got to show up. We could do this blindfold and then it's going to pop out. It's going to be beautiful. All right. You can do this as well. You don't have to have experience. We're working off of the projector. You can do it as well. Let's get into this right now and let's have some fun. All right, the background, I'm gonna do like a light blue. No, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do like a light pink. That would be cool. Yeah, like a light pink kind of thing. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason that I like to do a light color in the background is I don't like to waste time with a gesso. And these paintings, like the canvas, they do come a little dry. All right. They come a little dry. And I like to do two birds, one stone. We got a color in the background, so I'm not treating the canvas too serious, but also I got a little bit of acrylic on there so it gives the canvas some tooth when I'm actually drawing the main principle, which is going to be our cheetah. All right. Now look at that. Isn't that cool how I was able to just throw in a little bit of that like blue on top of that pink, right? Now let's just have this dry off. I'm going to take the heat gun and then we're going to go in here. Boom. So there we go. Here's our cheetah right here. We're just going to take the big brush out, which is going to be our 1 inch. Really, you know what? Let's take our 1.5 inch brush out. I just think it's going to be better this way because we're going to have those confident broad strokes, right? We always talk about the confident broad strokes. Gallery artists, they're able to get away with their artwork and make it look so beautiful and inexpensive. And the secret why is because they use big brush strokes. They use big brushes. That's what they were taught in school. So we're going to do the same thing because there's no messing up. In my earlier art career, I messed up on a lot of artwork. And the reason why is because I didn't use big brushes. The more that you're able to use big brushes and you're just going into your artwork, the faster that we can get the color in. And then if we want to touch up on it later with like more details in the color, then you could do that on top of layering. But it's just important to really get the colors down as soon as possible. That's what I always try to do. But don't listen to me. I'm not an artist. You're more of an artist than I am. We're all artists. We are all artists. Everything comes out of you different than what comes out of me. But everything that comes out of both of us is genius. And don't listen to what your art teacher said or somebody in your family that's getting in your mind that, oh, you're not an artist or you couldn't do it. Yes, you can. All of us can do it. Remember when we were kids and we were drawing beautiful stuff and nobody told us anything negative because they didn't want to be mean to a child, right? But then when you're older, they think it's cool to be mean to your inner child. No, they can't be mean to your inner child. Don't listen to anybody. Do your own thing. Look how quick that we're doing this, right? And it's coming out so cool. It's already looking good. No one can tell us anything. No one can say, "Oh, that's ugly." Oh yeah, you're trying to be mean to my inner child? What do you know about anything? You don't know nothing about anything. You don't know anything about us. We're the cool ones. And you're just exposing yourself for being so serious. No one likes that. You're just exposing yourself for just being a negative Nancy. And we don't have time for negative Nancy's here because we're too busy selling artwork on eBay. By the time that they're upset and the time that they're judging and all of that, we're already on to the next art piece. That's one of the things that I love that supposedly Andy Warhol said. He says that he doesn't think about critics. While you're critiquing art, because basically that's your career is being a hater and a judger. He says he's on to creating the next piece of art. He doesn't have time to think about if art is good or bad. He's creating the next piece. And that's how it is too. And I love that saying, because basically what he was saying is that he can't control the market, just like he can't control who the critique, or who the critic is. He can't judge who the critic is that's judging the art. He can't judge if you're having a good day or a bad day, because you're human. Only thing that he can control is showing up to the next art piece. I don't care what you got to say, because guess what? Someone's going to love it, and someone's going to love the confidence of you just showing up. I do personal coaching in my program, if you don't know. And I always tell my clients, the members in there, to just show up. It doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters that you could control is you showing up and you doing 1,000 stick figures. The universe doesn't care that you did a Mona Lisa and it's so beautiful and the quality. The universe don't know that. And eBay definitely doesn't know that. Only thing the algorithm knows in their AI is that you have a item number and you kept producing more item numbers. So they're going to reward you if you did 1,000 stick figures, because then you're a professional stick figure. But if you do 1 or 2 stick figures, then you're just an ugly stick figure drawer. Huh? Think about that. That's pretty deep. I used to say that a lot when I started off doing art. I said the secret about art is not about what you're doing. It's about the consistency. If you do one stick figure drawing, people are going to laugh. Oh, ha ha ha! You're an ugly stick figure drawer. But if you do 1,000 of them, they're going to say that each one of those stick figures are now worth $1,000, because this comes from the prestigious Corbellic stick figure artists. And then you need to wear that badge. Are you not going to wear that badge and go, no, I'm not a stick figure artist, even though you want to pay me money for it? I'm a beautiful flower. I'm a flower girl. And I do flowers that take me 20 hours to do. Love it. And they're like, but we don't want to pay you for the flowers. We want to pay you for the stick figures. Why are you arguing with us? Why are you fighting it? I got it. So I have certain members who were kind of going through this stigma right now. And it's understandable, because it's so hard. This is how we've been taught as humans. This is how we've been taught, especially when you think about art. Anybody can be an artist. Anybody can do what I'm doing right now. And the reason why is because we're working off this projector, right? I'm not doing anything special that you can't do. And the thing is, what's so cool is I feel like a lot of my members, they paint better than me. Most of them do. But that's different. But it's a different mindset compared to if you can paint better than me, which is aesthetics. Oh, aesthetically, technically, you can paint better than me. But do you believe in yourself to paint better? Can you show up and can you do that painting in a few minutes? Can you just throw it to the wind? That's a different talent. Can you say to yourself, I'm okay with whatever it is. Let the chips fall where they may. Can you say that? That's a different thing. A lot of people can't. They're holding on to what aesthetically society told them is beautiful. And I'm not knocking it. I understand. It's a mindset thing. I have some, before I had my art program, I had some clients that I was teaching before doing this, and they had to actually go through hypnosis to get childhood trauma and different things like that unlocked from them, so that they could be able to produce and not care about the outcome. Think about how deep that is. And I understand that. I think we all have that. I mean, some of our strongest memories is things that are locked in us from our childhood. And it's up to you as well to think about where that comes from. Before starting my art program, I had a course that was inside of my program where we're talking about the mindset, and it's about meditation, and it's about taking time out for yourself to actually reflect, which could be 15 minutes starting off for your day. Now some people it's difficult to do, and I don't think it's difficult for some people just because you have to do some inner reflection or something like that, because you don't. What you have to do, you have to just sit there and not think of anything at all, and then just focus in the moment. But I think what's terrifying or difficult for some people to do is that us as humans, we self-sabotage ourselves. And if you just do that, where you're going to take 10 to 15 minutes out just to meditate, just to be in quiet and just focus on your breathing. I think that most people, they're scared that they're going to realize that they're more powerful than what they are. And us humans, we're so weird where we self-sabotage ourselves to be like, no, who am I to be like, who am I to think that I'm great? How dare me to be great? I can't be great. My my mother, my father, my third grade teacher, they said that I could never be great one day. So who am I to think that I am? What? What if I have more responsibilities? What if the world looks at me to be great? What if the world looks at me and with open eyes and I got to show up? So we make excuses for ourselves. I'm telling you, the things that we have inside of us that we're all capable of, a lot of times it's blocked by our own curses that we put on ourselves, because success is scary, and it's not scary because you don't believe in yourself. The problem is you actually do believe in yourself, and you know deep down inside that you're powerful. But then this is the problem: once you become powerful, is that people have eyes on you now, and now you have to show up. Now you're responsible. It's easy as humans sometimes for us to just, well, they said that I'm not that great, so it's easy for us to just hide. Because we have to explain ourselves to be great. They conditioned us to say, oh, it's bad to believe in yourself. It's bad to be arrogant. When, if you ever look at any of the greats and anything that they do, they all have the self-belief attitude of being great. And there's nothing wrong with being great. You have to believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing. That's why I always instill that you're great. You're a phenomenal person. I say that all the time. And it's not because it's some tagline or something like that. It's because I know that you are, even if you don't consciously know. You subconsciously know that you're a great person, and you need to be reminded of that. I think we're done. I'm not going to do too much because, like I said, whatever is supposed to be, then it is. And that's how I believe about art. Whatever is supposed to be, then it already is. There's nothing that we can do to change, to make better, to make worse. It just already is. And I'm not going to worry about it, because what God intended for this painting, that's what it is for this painting. And then what he intended for the next one, then it is for the next one. So we're done on this one. Here, I'm going to do a red outline because I just love that look. I love it's like this framed kind of look where it's like, look at this, like this. I don't know. Maybe this is one of my, I'm not going to say it's one of my taglines, because you know what I always say, there's nothing new underneath the sun, baby. Like, we're just going to do some abstraction thing like that, because there's nothing wrong about anything. Look, there we go. And that's that. Turn the light on. This is our abstract cheetah cat. Look at that. And we just did this together. It's all inside of us. I just used the projector so I could have the proportions. I don't have time to be sketching out the references and the shadows from the east and to the west. I didn't go to art school. I didn't study color theory. All of these colors is already inside of us like children. Let's just use the proportions, and we could choose whatever color that we want. Look, if I can do this, you can do this. We did this together. If you want to learn how you can do this, join our eBay art community, and you could be part of the meeting that I have every Sunday. That's this Sunday, and I'm going to see you in there. All right.